Hi, welcome back. It's not your usual intro, is it? No, it's not. Not happy. Had to sit through that for 3 hours. Talk about it, digest it, dissect it. I had porridge while I was watching that game. People said it was prison food. For prison football. Let's start with the starting 11. Juventus 1, Chelsea 0. I'm exhausted. The starting 11 for me, I didn't agree with it. I wasn't particularly happy with it. But again, it's Tuchel. I let it slide because, he's Tuchel and, he's earned that credit for me. There was a big debate about Alonso versus Chilwell. I think when we play as poorly as we did against Manchester City, it's harsh to say that only one man should be hooked out of that team in Alonso, and other players that didn't play well in that game get another start. I think it was a collectively poor performance against Manchester City. So I don't want to scapegoat and isolate Alonso in that game and say he has to be dropped, but others are fine because, it was a whole team that was poor. But a lot of people wanted Chilwell, and I think, a lot of people saw why they wanted Chilwell in that first half because Alonso was really poor, got an unnecessary booking for no reason, and just didn't look good. In general play, again, for me, I keep saying it with Alonso. He's very clutch. He gets you goals in big moments. He can have good bursts of form, but eventually he will kill you, and eventually he will cost you. And the issue with this guy is that for me, in general play, he's just extremely one-footed and he turns like a truck. And I would like a bit more fluidity, and I've always said that. So that's why long-term Chilwell always eventually manages to get back into the team. But it's not like Chilwell was, a glistening, performance when he came on. It was whatever it was. So the whole team for me today, I'm not really going to give anybody any real praise. I don't think anybody was particularly brilliant. And what hurts me the most about this game is not really the result. Again, I can take a defeat, but there's always context. How did we play? What was the performance like? And when you're coming up against a Juventus team that have been pretty bog standard this season, you're sitting in 10th in Serie A, they have injuries to Morata and Dybala, their first choice front pairing, and we can't even show imagination, creativity to break them down. That for me is worrying. And that's, again, many games in a row now I'm saying Zenit, Aston Villa in both cup and league in the first half. Where we struggle in the first half of games. We need to kick up the backside to wake up. And I thought I was safe. Half-time came at a good time for me. I took a break. And I thought, let me go and, warm up my porridge for the second time. And I come back and we're 1-0 down. And Chiesa is running away, wheeling away in celebration. The guy that we highlighted in the preview as the main man to watch out for. Chiesa with an incredible finish. The backlift. I love finishes like that. Just not against my club. It's a great finish. I likened it to Aguero. So much backlift, left foot, near post, tight angle, straight in the top corner. That's a serious gunman. That's a man that means business. We saw it at the Euros. He was very good. I'm surprised he didn't get more game time at the Euros than he actually did end up getting, despite that team winning the tournament in Italy. But he's a very talented young player. And we can't help but ask these questions because I said this is a critical season for creative midfielders. The defense, again, we can see the goal and it seems to be the death of us. We can't afford not to keep a clean sheet. I wouldn't say the defense were awful. I think Juventus were okay today. I don't think Juventus were great. But we cannot afford to concede because our attack is lifeless. It's limbless. There's no limbs in the crowd. There's no celebrating. We are pretty passive. We are pretty, we could be pretty poor. For me, you look at the 10s. For me, the 10s and the wing backs are where you look for your most creativity in this system. I know it was a 3-5-2, a 3-4-3, which a lot of people wanted back today. But it didn't bring any more creativity to the team. Kai, Ziyech, I feel like I've been seeing these players over and over again get their chances, get their opportunities to redeem themselves this season, and they just keep throwing out poor performances. Ziyech, he had a moment where he looked like he might be on crack for 5 minutes, and then he went missing again like a ghost. Havertz, poor performance. Again, let's not shy away from it. Kai has been poor. Outside the Arsenal and maybe the Liverpool game with the goal, where we played for half a game, and then obviously, the second half we had 10 men. Really, the decision-making, even in the first half, could have been better, but he hasn't been great. And I know he's young. I know he can improve, but when we pay that amount of money, and again, I don't like to bring money into it, but money makes the world go round. That's why my world doesn't move, right? Kai should be challenging for Young Player of the Year this season. He should be. He's If we, I think he's got an abundance of ability. I think he's immensely talented and naturally gifted. Then why should he not be aspiring to have a similar type season to a Phil Foden of last season? He should be in the reckoning for a Young Player of the Year award, or at least contending for it. That's what we paid for. And I'm not going to give him so many excuses as I did last season, because there was many factors and variables at play. I understood that. He's still young. Again, I'm not going to come down too hard on him. I do think that Ziyech is under immense pressure. You're 28. You're in your prime. You're not giving us the creative outlet that you should be. You're meant to be getting the touches on the ball and creating havoc. You're not. Lukaku in the second half missed a few good opportunities as well, so he's certainly not blameless today. I don't think the service has been great to him in recent weeks, but he certainly didn't cover himself in glory with some of the finishing in the second half. Really one big main chance with his left foot. But again, this team is looking very, very lackluster up front. They're not ruthless. They need to be. And look, with Lukaku, this is the name of the game, mate. You have to take your chances. If you get 1 or 2 chances in this game, you have to put them in, because we just won't create enough chances for you. Hudson-Odoi comes on. A few other smiley faces come on. Good to see you. Welcome to the party in Loftus-Cheek. But it wasn't enough. And in the end, Chelsea lose 1-0. I'm pissed off. You're pissed off. You don't even want to listen to this review. I'm surprised you're here. You're probably a rival fan. You're probably a Man United fan. You got a shithousery win. Last minute, Viva Ronaldo. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, troll me in the comments. Enjoy your life. I'm about to go and warm up my porridge for the 3rd time today. And yeah, just move on to tomorrow, I guess. Chelsea, good opportunity to make a statement. But instead, it's my bank statements that I need to look at more than the team in general. Goodbye. Goodbye, people.